Welcome back to YouTube, Newt's World, Bathroom Chronicles. Before we get started tonight, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me so we can get this message out to the people, get this message out to the masses so everybody can hear this message. All right. First off, hope y'all having a great day. Hope y'all having a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Hope everything's going good for you. Hope that you're blessed and hope that you're healthy and your family's doing good and everything's going good. What I want to talk about tonight is this culture of rappers and stereotypical rappers and their how can I say, how they're supposed to act and what they're supposed to be about. The modern day rapper now has to be gangster. He has to have a reputation for killing. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. He has to be a stepper, as they call it, stepping on people, basically just getting rid of people. And that's what our young generation of boys from 8 to 10 to 15 to 17, that's what they're growing up hearing, listening, and seeing right now. So we have a major problem in our black community. We have a major problem because all of our heroes that our young boys are looking up to are young rappers that are killing each other every day. You see it on the news, shooting at each other, killing each other. And then they get in these songs and they talk about it. They brag about it. They get online and they post it. And they make it to where these young boys think this is a thing to do. This is the way to go. This is what you have to do to blow up in the music industry. You no longer have to have talent. You just have to have drama and beef and be a gangster. That's basically what they're telling these young guys nowadays. Which, some of these guys have a lot of talent. Some of these guys don't have a lick of talent, not a drop. They just have a whole bunch of things going on in the streets, and it's transpiring over into the music industry. And these A&Rs and everybody else is like, pushing the drama and pushing these guys to do things that they don't want to do. It's street stuff, we all know, but these guys do it because they need a paycheck, they need to take care of their families, and they stuck between a rock and a hard spot. So, all our young men are looking up to some of these guys that are just, portraying this gangster street life. How did this get started? How? Where did we get off track at in our community that being a gangster is the thing to do? How and where did we get off track? Because I'm in my mid 40s and I remember a lot of things back when I was a kid. And I can remember far back as listening to Tupac when I was 13, 14, and that was about the most gangster music I heard, you know. And Tupac was talking about a lot of things, but compared to these guys today, he ain't saying much of nothing because these guys are talking about shooting each other in the head and head shots and body shots and riddling each other's bodies with 15, 20 bullets. When Tupac was just basically rapping on how to be a gangster, how to be a thug, living that thug life, and he was doing it. He was actually living the life that he rapped about. So it goes much further back than Tupac and Biggie, which that's a sad situation when the black race of young men, all they have to look forward to is death, killing each other, snaking each other, as they call it, backdooring each other, talking about each other's loved ones that are dead, all for what? The almighty dollar. When does it stop, guys? We're losing rappers at an alarming rate, young men that are in their 20s, teens, 30s, and we're losing these young fathers, these young kings, these young gods, you know. Each week, each month, each day go by, another one drops. And there's another diss song made by another rapper taunting them, not knowing that this guy has a mother, this guy has a father, this guy has a sister, a kid, a brother. But they continue to taunt these people and say things about them. Is that what you want your son to do? Is that what you want your daughter to do? To grow up and do that just to make money, as they call it? I know I don't want mine to, so that's not a hard question to answer. I mean, somewhere we've got to get back on track where being a decent human being and a person that cares and compassion, where there's nothing wrong with that. Because in today's community, if you care, if you're decent, if you show love, and if you show any type of compassion, they consider that a sucker. They consider that weak. They consider that as you whipped. Instead of consider that as a real man, that's what they consider that as. See, we're all ass backwards. We're all ass backwards. And that's the way a lot of people want us to be. They want us to be ass backwards because guess what? We'll never catch up to them. While they're running toward the finish line, we're running the opposite way and don't even know it. That's how you have to look at things. We're running a totally different race and they about to cross the finish line. Something has to change, guys. Something has to change. And it starts with the parents at home. It starts with the parents enforcing rules. It starts with the parents putting a little bit of guidance and directing their children instead of letting the internet raise their children. Instead of letting these rappers and entertainers raise their children. Spend some time with your kids. Take them out. Sit down. Let's have dinner together as families used to do back in the day, when we all sat down and ate dinner together and talked about our day, talked about what we had planned, talked about what went on at school. Whatever happened to those days when everybody sat around the table and talked about how their day went. That's what we got to get back to, guys. We got to get back to the basics and to the fundamentals of life. Time's moving fast, guys. Fast. And it doesn't stop. Before you know it, you're 20, you're 30, you're 40, you're 50. And your kids are growing. And then all of a sudden, you wake up one morning and you have grandkids. So, with that being said, we need to install as much positivity into our kids as we can so they can put positivity into their kids. That's the only way we're going to break this cycle, is to keep soaking in positivity, keep nourishing our kids with good things. Let them know it's okay sometimes. It's okay if you fail. But guess what? Keep trying. It's okay if you feel a certain way inside. It's okay to have feelings for people. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to cry sometimes. We don't have to have these super gangsters because nobody's super gangster. Everybody has feelings. It's just the way that we were made to have feelings. Some of us have blocked our feelings out and are so discombobulated. It's like walking through a forest with a bunch of fog and just bumping in the trees and not knowing where you're going. That's what some of us are doing. Just walking through the forest and can never find our way out. Just lost. They're lost. You know? I mean, I just had to come on today, guys, and just let y'all know how I feel, because I saw some young men today standing around just talking crazy and acting crazy. And I asked them about work, and they look like, what? Man, they ain't working. I don't do this. I'd rather just trap all day. I'd rather do this all day. And it just makes me wonder, what are the parents doing? I know a lot of parents raise their kids right, and they can't control what their kids pick and do. They can't control the kids 24/7. But what we can do is try to help each other. If you see something like that, encourage the young man to do better. Tell the young man, hey brother, pull up your pants, show a little bit of respect. Hey brother, don't be cursing like that. There's kids over there. You know, I know you're a grown man, but there's kids right there. Can you please just, watch your language? There's always something we can do. There's always something we can do to encourage. We just have to open our mouths. We open our mouths enough online to brag about things, to do this, to do that, to showboat. When we get new shoes, when we get new clothes, when we showing tax money, when we flexing, when we singing all these rap songs, dancing, when we doing all these stupid ass challenges like the crate challenge, when we showing that we went and got a chicken sandwich from Popeyes on the chicken sandwich challenge, all this crazy shit. We open our mouths for that. Why not open our mouths and speak up for something that means something? Our community is getting farther and farther behind any other community. We are so far behind, and nobody's saying a thing about it. They just partying on, like nothing's going on. I know I'm only one person. And I can only do my part. And I know me doing my part is going to translate into other people doing their parts. We just all have to pull together, like I said. We all have to pull together and help each other. You guys, let me know what y'all think. This is just something that was on my mind. Just touching on a couple of different things that I was thinking about. Touching on a lot of different subjects as far as the community and our children and just, what things we need to do to raise our kids right. I know some people gonna hear this and be like, whatever, and then other people gonna take this message and do what you want with it. Hopefully you'll take a little something out of this message, and maybe it'll stick with you and resonate with you, and you'll find something out of this message, something positive. And you'll think about it tomorrow or next week or whatever. And you'll see that young fellow on the corner doing something, or that young guy in the store cussing out his girl, or something going on. And you'll speak up, or you'll say something, or you'll do something because you remember this video. I'm not asking you to go out here and try to be a savior of the world. I'm not asking you to go out here and get shot up by these young boys because you know they're crazy. I'm just asking you to do something. Do something. Let's just not sit back and do nothing. Put it that way. Love you guys. Y'all have a good night. And we'll be coming with more content like this, because I feel like we need to touch on our community and our kids and our family more. People really need to talk about this. Good night.